What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to reestablish upward flow on a mass scale? And given that forests seem to be that which has been providing the upward flow, let's say, all right, what has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to reestablish forests on a mass scale? Somebody says you have to kill off the predominant life form.
That's right.
That may be true. That would be a sad waste of all this effort.
That's true.
To create something in which good quality souls will be interested in living and working. All of this effort was to get to indoor plumbing, clean lifestyles where it's easy to be clean and comfortable and well fed and safe places to sleep, so that you can get a good quality soul to darken the doors of the lives, so to speak.
Right.
And if it takes knocking everything back to the Stone Age and starting again, maybe start with bonobos. All right, but wow, that seems like such a waste.
That's true.
What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to reestablish forests on a mass scale? They keep saying you've got to kill the predominant life form. Do you hear anything else? Say it again. What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to reestablish forests on a mass scale? When we say it that way, they immediately say you've got to kill off the predominant life form.
That's true.
All right, well, maybe that's not the only way to reestablish upward flow. What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to reestablish upward flow?
On a mass
scale. On a mass scale. They know that it works by killing off the predominant life form and
That's true.
letting the forests regenerate. That they know. They say, well, we know that that works. All right. Are there any other ways?
You know what the feeling might be in that discussion room upstairs?
Right.
Is they're saying the way that we know is to destroy the predominant life force and the forest will grow again. But then the people who are saying that are then saying, and the best way we know to destroy the predominant life force is through destruction, with war, and what they keep showing me is big fires and bombs, explosions, but then the trees are also dying in the big fires
Everything
and bombs
dies.
and explosions.
That's destroying life
And
on Earth.
all
We
the
don't think
ideas
that's the idea.
Right, and all the ideas that they're putting on the table to destroy the predominant life force in that particular room look like they would also destroy forests.
Is this also just being run by males? Is that what's going on?
That's an
Is there
excellent
anybody up
question, that
there?
room in
Is
that
there
higher
any
dimension.
females considering the issues of how to reestablish upward flow on a mass scale? We do see that gender generalizations obviously are dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
But that the issues with women tend to be that they're kind of lazy and they don't accomplish a lot with their lives.
That's true.
And they just pop out a bunch of kids. And obviously we are female over here and have popped out a couple kids.
That's true.
So we're not being judgmental about women or females. And that the problem with males, and again, gender generalizations are difficult and dangerous, but the problem with males is that they tend to be destructive.
Yeah, that's true.
Messy and destructive. So if we could find tidy, non-destructive men and hardworking women, that would be ideal.
That's true. In all dimensions.
In all dimensions. Are there any hardworking women and non-destructive men? Any men up there who acknowledge war is never the answer? Up there in those rooms of angels and godly presences responsible for planet Earth, because we're really trying to stop the destruction, and war creates destruction. It doesn't stop it. What now to stop the destruction? kind of like, well, if you're going to put that restriction on the table.
That's a response in that higher dimension room.
Right.
And now it's just very quiet. Oh, you know the sad thing? Somebody up there may be in a higher room because they don't feel like they're in the same room. We're talking about how when birds travel and they drop seeds and trees grow, and then someone else is saying, well, they killed all the birds.
They killed all the birds.
And so that's not a viable option.
No, the birds are dead. The flocks are gone. What now to stop the destruction? What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to stop the destruction? Now it's at least quiet again.
Yeah, that's true.
What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to stop the destruction? And there are planets where it's stopped, and it's not stopped through warfare, and it's not stopped through more destruction, it's stopped through something else.
That's true.
And we know that it's not going to work without reestablishing upward flow on a mass scale. How can we reestablish upward flow on a mass scale? What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction to reestablish upward flow on a mass scale?
I don't hear anything.
No, but I do feel thinking feelings.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Considering feelings and interested feelings.
That's true.
It's like, oh, interesting. Because they would normally say, well, just put planet Earth back the way we found it, basically. But they don't seem to know how to do that. What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction that can be applied to put planet Earth back the way the spirit world found it? We could correct errors. Depends, how do we do that on a mass scale? Gotta acknowledge them, acknowledge the errors. I don't think we're going to get to a solution today, but I think the topic's on the table.
Yeah.
But now to put planet Earth back the way we found it. What has worked on other planets with this level of destruction that can be applied to put planet Earth back the way we found it? Don't you guys want to put planet Earth back the way you found it? Aren't you embarrassed by just destroying a planet? And then saying, oh well, there's nothing we can do to fix it. The only way out of this is to cause life to destroy itself. But aren't you embarrassed? This might be a test of humanity, somebody's saying. It's
I can follow that.
It might be guardian angels who are speaking, or guardian angels for humanity, because it has the feeling of stepping up to explain, okay, children, here's what just happened. And that's often guardian angels for humanity with that tone.
That's right.
At this particular stage of an interaction interdimensionally, an interaction with angels and godly presences responsible for planet Earth, when the outcome seems to be, oh, let's just destroy all life on Earth, kill off the predominant life form, and then we'll move forward successfully. And now we have somebody who feels like guardian angels saying, okay, let's consider what just happened. And that presence is saying it feels like a test for humanity being given an opportunity to make good choices and to see what choices we make. And maybe we can pull it together for climate change and to stop destroying the planet through a combination of fossil fuel emission, destroying forests, and overpopulation. And if humanity can pull it together, then maybe there'll be a way out of this mess. But if not, why in the world would they even want to work with us? That's kind of the tone.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it's a test, and to consider that each of us matters, and our decisions individually matter, and that it might not take as big a number of humans to make a difference as you might think. And some studies show that if you can get 3.5% of people to be advocating social change, that maybe you can get that social change to occur. And that's not a huge number. But we really need to kick it into gear because, friends, the global temperatures have already risen 1.1 degrees centigrade over pre-industrial temperatures, and that means we only have less than half of a degree centigrade left before there's irreversible change. And emissions haven't started going down yet. And humans have already taken hold of 70% of non-ice land masses.
That's right.
70. Which probably explains why we've already offed more than 50% of life on Earth.
That's true.
Now what? These guardian angels are saying, it's a test, friends. You, humanity, you've got to change. Are you going to change? It's up to you. The ball is in your court. Gods are watching. What will you do?